Hello, this is Callum Nixon with my critical breakdown of my automotive project. Um, so I'm going to be going over the stuff that I've done, and then kind of reflecting on my time on the module and the things that I enjoyed, didn't enjoy, and I guess things that I could have improved on, or things, just things that I could improve on. So this is my project in a scene. In the bridge scene that I downloaded, and this is my car. When we click play, it's quite simple in configuring. I'm able to click and drag um, to look around the car. If I double click, it will change my position on the car, um, and so on. I noticed that after recording, I could have I should have really put this mesh. Oh, it's gone straight into my AFK. I could have done a lot better like here. This door seems a lot more flush compared to this door. I probably should have gone back and changed that before I submitted everything. But anyway, still moving on. Also, this sliders, I really should have made this come out. It's kind of just present, which during the AFK sequence, it kind of just stays there, which is a little bit annoying. But everything in this works, so my doors will open based off the buttons. It's better to look at it from this angle. You can see them opening, and then the doors closing. If I go back to free camera, um, the lights will, come on and off as I click them. This was quite simple to do. If I go to I believe it's in my configurator blueprint. Um, it really simple to do. Let's see here now. I've got my doors, my colour, my variant sets. Yeah, so it's I just have a interface for light on and interface for light off, and it was just about setting the visibility of the spotlights that I added. So as you can see here, I have my spotlights. Just changing the visibility to be on and off was quite easy, and then I noticed after I did that that the light, so here the light would go off, but then the material was set to just being completely bright. So I needed to change that so that it looks, obviously gives the effect that the light's turning on and off. So that was simple to do, just setting a material and going in the material index, which was done from essentially being in modeling. And where is it? There is a material edit. Oh, I'm going to ignore that. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's like a material edit here. So if I'm selecting the material, I could edit the material, and I kind of selected it out and had it separate. So obviously the back being red, but yeah, the only I pretty much stayed with the lesson content. I haven't adapted too much to this, other than obviously I have a convertible, so I set a variant in my variant sets to toggle the roof on and off. I guess it's the only real thing that was unique to my car. My car was quite a simple car. Um, there wasn't much to do really in it. I could have probably gone back. I'm not going to say if I had more time, but I really probably should have come and taken this and maybe made the boot open as well as another animated thing. But the doors are there and the doors animate. Um, the wheels as well. I have my customizable wheels. That this is just because I've just loaded up the project, so it's just preparing the shaders, but they do work. Um, the wheels should change. Yeah, so the wheels are changing. Obviously, the ones that were provided for us. Um, but yeah, pretty much for everything in the configurator, it's kind of just lesson content. So changing the color, the lights, the camera angles, were all just there. I didn't really do too much extra, which I probably should have. But this kind of leads me on to I did really struggle with UI for this. Um, I will get my UI up real quick so I can kind of explain it in the best way possible. Um, the hierarchy of things are really confusing to me, and wrapping things with other like things was confusing, like size boxes, and and everything. Like I struggled to get this format to even lay out. I have to ask Stuart multiple times to help me with this because it was I just I just find it really complicated, like slotting everything in. If you could make a UI by just maybe selecting like I don't know a button and dragging it into your canvas and doing it like that, I thought it'd be easier. But hierarchy and doing it through the hierarchy, I just really struggled with. Animating these were probably the easier bits, making these move. I didn't mind them. Like in my animations, like these were simple to do. It's very like it's very similar to sequencer, and I got the hang of sequencer after doing ArcViz. So it felt like this was probably the easiest part of UI, which was just animating. But even then, it does take a bit of thinking to do it. But yeah, UI is definitely something I struggled with, and considering that I'm going into UI next semester, it's something I really need to like get a grasp of and understand. Um, the blueprints were probably um, I don't want to say easy because I had problems here and there, but the problems for me this time around were more in actually like the configurator, like setting up the car. I had problems where like I'd built on different angles, so wheels with like weird sizes. Um, the car like would sometimes bug out, but like actually setting up the variant set and doing the blueprints were probably the easiest part of this module for me, and a part that I did enjoy doing. Whereas setting the car, I didn't find it that enjoyable for me. I think that's because I personally I'm not really a car person, so my interest kind of declined on that. Whereas I was really interested in setting up the house for ArcViz and making a house and like decorating it, and I enjoyed playing around with variant sets and that. This one was just a little bit. I don't want to say it wasn't boring because I enjoyed learning about more blueprint stuff, but I guess the actual car bit wasn't as enjoyable for me as the ArcViz would have been. Um, but I still think I've managed to learn some like pretty nice skills from this. I've learned sequencer through this, which is really cool. I can take that into like developing games and making little trailers. Now that I understand how to use sequencer, um, I understand variant sets as well now, which is nice. And I'm sure I can implement that into like future games that I do, or anything that I use, which is nice as well. Um, I wish there was more to show in like in terms of like what I did, but it was mainly just setting up UI to like buttons, knowing which camera to pick, and having these indexes here. I noticed I had a problem where they were the wrong way around, like the numbers, because you have to select them into here, like what cameras you want, and I had them. I think I had like the interior was here and where the side is, and the side was here. So when I was clicking so for example, when I was clicking the side camera, it was going to the interior, and when I was clicking interior, it was going to side. But that was a really easy fix to do, and something I could figure out quite easily. But yeah, this is pretty much everything. So thank you for listening, and I hope that this is okay. And yeah.